All right, guys, let's begin our new story for this week. Um, there are a few big words, but big words are not hard. They are just, you just have to learn to read them, okay? And then we'll deal with the vocabulary next time. Okay, so our story this week is called Dealing with Our Emotions, Our Feelings, Our Emotions. Dealing with our emotions. Most of us don't know how to properly deal with and express our emotions. We are taught to repress emotions at a young age. When children have strong emotions, they instinctively cry. But adults often tell them, don't cry. The truth is, there is nothing wrong with having strong emotions and crying. In fact, when adults tell children not to cry, they are telling children to repress their emotions. It is actually bad advice. However, it is important to learn to express emotions in a healthy way that won't hurt yourself or others. Okay, let me read that again. Okay, I'll do that again. Dealing with our emotions. Most of us don't know how to properly deal with and express our emotions. We are taught to repress emotions at a young age. When children have strong emotions, they instinctively cry. But adults often tell them, don't cry. The truth is, there is nothing wrong with having strong emotions and crying. In fact, when adults tell children not to cry, they are telling children to repress their emotions. It is actually bad advice. However, it is important to learn to express emotions in a healthy way that won't hurt yourself or others. Okay, let's see. All right, so we have some words here. We will explain. I will explain right now, okay? So please pay attention. Dealing with our emotions, our feelings, okay? So most of us don't know how to properly deal with and express our emotions. So we don't know how to handle our feelings in the right way. So properly means in the right way. Okay? So, if you have strong emotions and you want to throw something or you want to hit someone, that is not dealing with your emotions properly. Okay? So, when you do something properly, when you do it properly, you do it in the right way. Okay? Do something properly, you do it in the right way. In the right way. Okay? All right. So most of us don't know how to properly deal with and express. Express means show. Oh, it's right here already. Express means show. Okay? You can either show by using words, or you can either show by using your face or your actions. So we don't know how to properly, in the right way, show our feelings. Okay? When was the last time you told your mother or father you love them? Right? Yes, you have to tell them that, right? When was the last time? Okay, so let's say if you don't want to say it, when was the last time you showed it? When was the last time you expressed it in another way? So express is to show, okay? All right, so we don't know how to properly show or express our emotions. We are taught to repress emotions at a young age. At a young age means when you are young, when you are very little, 2、3岁, 2 or 3 years old. We are taught, 被教, we are taught means someone taught us. All right, this is the 被动, right? Someone taught us. We are taught. Okay? 被教, someone taught us. Probably your mother and father. Maybe not. Okay? We are taught to repress. Notice the word repress 跟 express 很像. See that? Express is to show, 表现出来. Repress is to hide, 藏起来. So we are taught to repress, hide our emotions at a young age. What do I mean by that? What do you mean by what do I mean by someone taught us to hide our feelings at a young age? We are taught to repress our feelings at a young age. Okay, what do I mean? When children have strong emotions, they instinctively cry. Okay, what's instinctively? Instinctively means naturally. Okay, they 本能的 right? Their natural reaction is to cry. Okay, so they instinctively cry. Okay, so when you have strong emotions, you instinctively cry. But adults, grown-ups, 大人, grown-ups, what do they tell us? But adults often tell them, the children, but adults, grown-ups, often tell them, don't cry. Remember, like when you were very little and you're crying, your mother says, "Oh, don't cry." Yeah, and you try to not to cry, and then you cry even more, right? Yes, all right. So adults often tell them, "Don't cry." Okay, all right. The truth is, 其实 in fact, okay? The truth is means in fact. There is nothing wrong with having strong emotions and crying. Having strong emotions and crying, there's nothing wrong with it. There is nothing wrong with having strong emotions and crying. In fact, when adults tell children not to cry, they are telling children to repress. Here's the word hide again, right? 刚才讲过了. To hide their emotions. Okay? So when somebody says, don't cry, yes, they are telling you to hide your emotions. Don't show you are sad, or don't show you are angry, to hide your emotions. Okay? It is actually bad advice. It is bad advice. Okay, so when adults tell children not to cry, they are giving the children bad advice. Not they are doing it on purpose. When adults say don't cry, they're saying, "Oh, 你好可怜，不要再哭了啦," like that. That's what they mean. But but what it sounds like is, "Oh, don't cry because crying is wrong." They're not saying that. They're saying, "Oh, 我觉得你好可怜," right? Yes. But so when you tell children don't cry, that's actually bad advice. Okay. However, it is important to learn to express emotions in a healthy way. Healthy means in a good way that won't hurt yourself or others. You cannot express, you cannot 表达, show your emotions by throwing things. You cannot express your emotions by hitting people. You cannot express your emotions by 假装哭, crying, but when you don't really want to cry, right? 装可怜, right? You don't want that. You don't want to do that. You want to express your emotions in a healthy way, which may or may not include crying. Okay, there is nothing wrong with crying, and we're going to talk about how to use this sentence, okay, probably in class. There is nothing wrong with doing something, okay, right? All right, so dealing with our emotions. Okay, one more time. Most of us don't know how to properly, in the right way, express our emotions. Okay, in the right way, deal with and express. Express, 表达, show our emotions. Most of us don't know how to do that. We are taught, 被教, right? Huh? It means someone taught us. So we are taught means someone taught us. We are taught to repress, hide emotions at a young age. When children have strong emotions, they instinctively, they naturally want to do it, right? Yes? So for example, 眨眼睛. You don't need to say 眨眼睛, 眨眼睛, right? You just instinctively, naturally do it. Nobody has to tell you to do it. You don't even have to tell yourself to do it. You will do it, right? So children instinctively, naturally cry. But adults, by the way, this word you can read adults if you like, okay? I do both. I don't know. Sometimes I say adults and sometimes I say adults, right? Adults, adults, 都可以, okay? Often tell them, don't cry. The truth is, in fact, right? Actually, oh, that's another one that we, right? 事实上, the truth is, in fact, actually, oh, so see, so many words to say 其实, huh? Right? You know so many ways to say that, right? 其实, the truth is, in fact, actually, there is nothing wrong with having strong emotions and crying. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, when adults tell children not to cry, they are telling children to repress their emotions. It is actually bad advice. However, it is important to learn to express emotions in a healthy way that won't hurt yourself or others. Okay. Let's talk about this a little bit. Okay? All right. So, let's take a look. 要连接我们的刚刚教的东西哈。How do you say in the right way, properly? Right? Yes, 适当的 or 正确的 right? Okay, 好。So you see, when you say to somebody 请坐好 right? what you're really saying is 请正确的做 right 请做好 right yes so how to say 请做好 in English we could use the word properly 正确的正确地this word to say 请做好 and we could say please sit 是做 and then properly that means 请坐好哈 alright please sit properly okay right so this how means 正确地 right which means properly okay alright express what does express mean well express as we talked about means 表达 to show right so show this is show right yes now of course express can be show and it also can mean say right you can show using 行为举止 or you can show using your mouth which means to speak right so 你想要表达什么 how to say that 你想要说什么 that's right so you can say 表达 and 说 they're both expressed the same right yes we could use express to say this in English so 你想要表达什么你想要说什么 yes what do you want to 说表达 express right there is the word express right to what do you want to express what do you want to say what do you want to show what do you want to express be taught 被教哈 this is important my father taught me to ride a bike 等于 what 我被爸爸教 ride a bike yes okay so I was taught what's going on to ride a bike by my father okay so this be taught was taught right 记得 right be 动词变成 was right 过去式 right and taught I was taught 我被爸爸教我被教 ride a bike by my father so be taught is just the 被教be taught okay right okay we'll talk about that in the future okay this is not for now repress well if express is to show 表达 right then repress is to 压抑 to hide right remember you know the 相反 right express is to show out repress is to hide in okay so here's a sentence 不要压抑你的感觉don't what 压抑 don't repress your emotions right very simple okay all right instinctively right naturally okay right so I could erase the Chinese I could do this naturally 当我们看到有趣的东西时我们 naturally instinctively 的笑 right instinctively 笑 right I know that right okay so when we see something funny we what naturally 笑 instinctively laugh right instinctively laugh okay we naturally laugh we instinctively laugh okay all right instinctively 天然的自然的本能的 okay right just like we instinctively 眨眼睛 we instinctively I don't know you know 呼吸 right yes we instinctively I don't know we instinctively like you know if you when you fall down, you instinctively 把手 right? 扶住 right? Yes, instinct. So we do many things instinctively. Instinctively. 不难哦 Instinctively. Instinctively. 四个音而已 OK? Do it. You can do it. OK? 好 Adults. 大人 Right? 我父母亲是大人 My parents. 双亲哈 Okay? Or you can say my mother and father. If you want to. Okay? Are 大人 Adults. Okay? Adults. Or you can say adults. You can say adults or adults. Okay, good. The truth is, 事实上其实 okay, right? Yes. So, the truth is, right? So 事实上 how do you say that? Well, let's talk about this a little bit. The truth is, 事实上 the truth is, that's done. And then we have to use a special sentence to say, who 没有不好 who 没有不对这个不好 and 不对 say 不对 alright yes so 什么东西没有不对 you have to say there is nothing wrong with and then who you put the who here right and then so I'm going to write I'll use the color coding so you can see it. So in English, 什么东哭没有不对 you have to say 没有不对哭 right? You have to say like that. So you have to say there is nothing wrong with and then哭. But then 哭 you have to say you cannot use cry. You have to use the ing 的部分 crying. You have to use the ing 的版本 right? You have to use this one. Okay? Right? So 看电视没有不好 There is nothing wrong with watching TV. Right? It is, but 假装了哈or I don't know 喝果汁没有不好 There is nothing wrong with drinking juice. Okay, right? So this is a special 句型 that we want to talk. I wanted to talk to you about this here, right? Okay, here. There is nothing wrong with doing something. All right, very good. I'm going to ask you all these questions in class, so please listen, watch the video, and learn it. Okay, learn everything. Learn to read. Learn to 作答 All right, this is our new story for this week. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon in class.